Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the payday.
Well, guys,
You certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Harris in at the small forward. Now, here is Harden. Here's Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Irving's got the game going here with the first basket for the Nets. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Here's McCollum. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Harden with it. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Irving looking for an opening. Shot clock at 6. Jordan the pass to Durant. Nurkic with the block. Harden against Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assists. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And here is Irving. On the wing, Harris. Harden outside. Lobs it up for Jordan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, we've seen this 1 or 2 times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Pass to Nurkic. And he converts the layup.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Harden outside. And the pass to Jordan. Harden against Lillard. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Powell. Rebounded by the Nets.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And Harden with the stuff.
Well, the multi-time scoring champion Kevin Durant is showing you he has got as complete a game as there is in the NBA. What a pretty pass.
Now, here's Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. McCollum's got his second basket of the game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here is Harden. Outside, KD. Shoots over Lillard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
How do you match up with KD? This guy is so good at taking what the defense gives him. Good luck.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
Here is Harden following the score by Damian Lillard. Here is Durant. Outside Jordan. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Brooklyn making some changes. Green comes in for Jordan. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Portland also making some changes. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for McCollum. Now here's Lillard. Powell, no one around him. No good on the three. Irving against Lillard. Again, the Nets for two.
You have to respect the in-between game of Kyrie Irving. Straight up. Yeah, that's how you have to play this guy. You got to play him straight up and be balanced.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Down low. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist by Lillard.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Irving misses. Now Lillard. It's good.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers out in front, leading by 4. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from being
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Irving. Griffin is out there with Green, and it's Durant, and it's Brown in at the shooting guard position. The wide open look for Durant. Portland grabs the miss.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Outside Anthony. Brooklyn trailing. Durant down low. Defended by Jones. Can't connect from short range.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant. And it's James Harden in for Irving. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. Anthony down low. Outside, Jones. McCollum against Brown. Jones for three. It's hauled in by Claxton. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Claxton the pass to Brown. Pass to Claxton. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. To stop the drought, and it's good on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Harden outside. Pass to Griffin. To the wing on the left. Harden outside. Anthony with the block.
Oh, Melo just reading the play the right way, put in the extra effort to come up with such a nice block.
And the Nets making a change here. Harris is checked in, and Portland with a change here too. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. Here's Simons, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Covington wide open, he fires. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Covington's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. 1:03 left in the first half. Harden the pass to Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
McCollum outside. 20 feet out. And he connects with the jumper. McCollum's got 9.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Back to Harden. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got his second basket.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
McCollum outside. And it's off from three-point range. So that'll be it for the first. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above. That's all for now.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. Covington finds Lillard, the 15-footer, for rebound by the Nets. Now here's Irving, outside for Durant. On the wing, Irving, guarded by Powell. And it's Durant missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the basket by McCollum.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. The 3 from Harden. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Trailblazers leading by 5. McCollum dishes to Lillard. Back to McCollum. He kicks it to Powell. Nurkic trying to get open. No good on the triple. Brooklyn's getting blanked from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Harden. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
Jeff Green is checked in for Brooklyn. Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Nurkic with it. Lillard from outside. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Harden. Here's Irving. Kicks it to Harden. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Harden's got 8.
After an ugly 0 for 4 to start the half, they get one to fall.
Lillard the pass to Powell. Lillard outside. And here is Powell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Well, Norman Powell, these last several seasons, has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season, much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
Basket good. Harden's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Lillard dishes to Jones. From deep. And it's Lillard missing.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
Covington kicks to Lillard. He feeds it to Nurkic, and stolen by Jordan. Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. It's tipped, and they get it back. On the wing, Harden. The second chance effort. Nobody near Irving. It's not going to go for him. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And Covington gets it to go on the assist by Jones.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Lobbed up there for Green, and Green slams it in.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
46 seconds left in the third. Lillard way outside. Hands it from downtown. Lillard's got 9. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Here's Irving, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Irving's got the game tied up here for Brooklyn. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. 23 seconds left to play in the third. High post, Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Over Harden. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
In the corner, Irving with it. Outside, KD. No good on the last second attempt there. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Trailblazers. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Harris. Brown out there with Irving. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, and even when the play isn't for him, Anthony able to get on the glass and on the scoreboard.
Irving passes to Griffin. Back to Irving. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
To the inside, McCollum. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Right side, Griffin. Brown outside. Back to Griffin. It's blocked.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
James Harden. He's checked in for Brown. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Outside Anthony. McCollum passes to Simons. Back to McCollum. Over Irving. And again, it's Portland converting.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. Buries it from 3-point range. Harden's got 9 points now in just the second half. Trailblazers leading by 3. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Anthony kicks to Cantor. McCollum outside. Back to Cantor. Shoots a fader. Rebound, Brooklyn. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. A nice shot by Irving.
We all know that Irving wants to be the man to hit that shot. And when he takes it, he usually finds a way to finish.
1:52 left to play in the final quarter. And here's McCollum for 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, C.J. McCollum.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Odom.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. If this game's still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. See how it plays out, Kevin.
Good D by McCollum.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Nurkic the pass to Covington. In the corner, Powell with it. Back to Covington. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard finds McCollum. No good with the triple.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Nurkic against Jordan. the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Good.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through. Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
Powell against Harris. Back to Jordan. Nurkic with the steal. And a deep three from Lillard. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's it.
But they've got to hold strong.
Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. And looking at the Nets, Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. Now here is Irving. He kicks it to Jordan. Dishes to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Lobs it up for Jordan. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
Durant, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Boy, being able to score from any place on the court makes Durant a space creator for his team. I mean, it's not just inside. It's not just threes. It's that mid-range game, too.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. He had a nice open look right there.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You've got to be tougher defensively.
To the paint. And the dunk by Jordan.
Boy, Jordan is an alley-oop specialist, a big target with strength and bounce.
Holiday looking for an opening. Inside, it's tipped. Durant with the steal. It's Harden with the drive. That one goes in.
In addition to his strength, Harden has deceptive quickness. He just has this unique knack to get by whoever's guarding him because he's strong and crafty.
Now here is Holiday. Clock at 6. Lays it up and banks it in.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Here is Harden. Harris outside. Lays it up off the glass.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss, or where they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
Holiday left side. Here's Giannis. The shot's good.
And Giannis is a beast, the Greek freak, a dominant player on the offensive end.
Harden outside. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And Harris wide open. He shoots. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And here's Holiday. In the corner, Middleton with it. Off target with his three. Brooklyn leading by 6. To the middle. The kick out to Irving. Here's KD. Feeds it to Jordan. Harris outside. Durant, the pass to Harris. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Harris has got 5 points so far.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
Giannis drives in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. Shoots over Tucker. Irving dishes to Durant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you can't afford to bite on this. I mean, once Durant has you in the air, the rest of it is elementary.
Brooklyn shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Durant hits them both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
And that will definitely get some heads turning. I mean, great slam there from Teague, who rarely dunks.
Now, here is Irving. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. There's the lob to Brown. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
A nice shot by Teague.
Tell you what, guys, you've just got to give Teague a lot of credit for his focus. Very poised under pressure.
And so it's Brooklyn holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving.
How can we be the best version of ourselves? And
well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the court for the Bucks, we've got Antetokounmpo. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Teague, and it's Connaughton in at the 2. The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. Portis can't get it to go.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range. And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Here's Teague after Jeff Green's bucket. Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Teague.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And that one drops for him. And, you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league. the defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now, here is Irving. Pass to Green. Back to Irving. A three-pointer, no good.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Middleton outside. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see, because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Here's Holiday. Kicks it to Lopez. Middleton on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Nets leading by 8. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
There's 57 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Lopez. Portis trying to free himself. Lopez, no luck. Nets have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting.
Harris reads these situations so well and knows exactly when to attack the defense.
This is his first free throw of the game. So for the Nets, Jeff Green. He's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Bruce Brown. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Giannis, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points so far.
And Antetokounmpo showing his versatility yet again. His dribble moves are virtually unguardable.
Harden the pass to Green. Back to Harden. On the wing, Green. Shot clock at 5. Over Holiday. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Jordan's got the lead up to 12 now for Brooklyn.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking...
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the... It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They lead by 10. And over to Shaq. And that'll do.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been quite a game so far for DeAndre Jordan.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Harris. And it's Durant. And it's Jordan in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
You know, when you see Antetokounmpo make a pass like that, it tells you just how much he's matured and grown as a player and decision maker.
KD finds Jordan. Nets passing it around. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
And the dunk by Jordan.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Lopez against Irving. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Lopez.
Just like clockwork, Lopez doing damage inside.
Irving looking over the floor. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Antetokounmpo. That's a 2-pointer. Finished off the break. And it's 9 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Harden outside. The kick out to Irving. The pass to Jordan. On the wing, Harris. Harden has a wide open look from outside off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Middleton. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. The Nets making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Middleton on the wing, guarded by Harris. Griffin with the steal. On its way from Irving for 2. Cans the shot from the wing.
Tell you what, this is what Irving can do now. He'll leak out and then make the right read in transition.
Bucks trail by 6. Holiday. Down low. Here's Giannis. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Durant in the corner, all alone. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Durant's got 6.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Antetokounmpo. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Harden left side. That one wide left.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Oh, great ball movement there.
1:04 left here in the third quarter. Antetokounmpo against Durant. Harden left side. Harris outside. Back to Harden. Harden draws the double. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Pass to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
And it's easy to see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight. He can flat out dominate games at times.
Timeout called, the Nets. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. The Bucks also changing it up. Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Teague in for Drew Holiday.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high, makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Pass to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Outside Irving, over Teague. Irving can't hit. With 1 on the clock. Off target with that shot. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Bucks. At the forward spots, it's the two Antetokounmpo, Thanasis and Giannis. Then there's Teague. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position. A 3-ball. Milwaukee the rebound. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Tucker's checked in. Clock is at 3. Portis can't get it to go. Brooklyn trailing. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Lobs it up for Jordan. Throws down the alley-oop slam. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And, guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, how about the concentration of Antetokounmpo? I mean, he expects to get hit when he's taking it strong to the rim and still is able to muscle his way through contact.
Harden against Holiday. Jordan trying to free himself up. Harden, no good.
You know, I'd have been very impressed if he had got that one to go. Tough D.
Joe Harris is checked in for Kevin Durant. Outside Holiday. Back to Giannis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 5 assists in the game. Harden scanning the floor. Sweet move. He takes it up and lays it in.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
Giannis outside. And Giannis throws it down.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
Holiday against Harden to the paint. Jordan inside, makes it off the glass.
Hey, that's why you want an experienced veteran like DeAndre Jordan. That's a huge hoop from him.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Outside Holiday. He gets it in there. Holiday's got the lead, back up to 3 now for the Bucks.
With experience, skill, and ability, Holiday makes for the perfect go-to scoring option.
Lopez with the block. Stolen by Harden. Jordan dishes to Harden. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
To the inside, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And in addition to his great talent, Antetokounmpo has the reputation of being an outstanding leader as well. He's a clutch player who demands the ball in these situations. You love that.
Harden the pass to Irving, stolen by Holiday. One-on-one fast break, and there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
You know, since entering the league at age 18, Antetokounmpo has really grown. The Greek Freak, now one of the league's premier talents, no doubt.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. Over Harden. Good work defensively by Harden.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
A 3-pointer off the mark. DiVincenzo with it. Outside Holiday. And so the Bucks take the win. They seem to... All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For our Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sport. And DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feel secondary.
And the Clippers starting five. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center position. And for the Nets, Durant is out there with Griffin. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving at the point guard. And Beverley kicks to George. Back to Beverley. Leonard inside. KD's on him from 13. That one doesn't drop. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Moving it up. Griffin passes to Harden. A floater, and that's 2 points on the layup. Harden's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, you don't want to leave people open when Blake Griffin has vision of the floor. He exploited the hole in the defense that time.
Beverley looking around. And George, here we go. Bucket is good.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
George finds Beverley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverley rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverley is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
On the wing, Harden. Inside. The kick out to Irving. Over Beverley. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Beverley against Irving. Pass to Leonard. The pass to Morris. Great D that time from Griffin.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Jordan kicks to Griffin. Lobs it up for Jordan. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Sweet finish from Paul George there. I like to see him get up to the rim like that.
George against Harden. 1:44 left to play in the first quarter. Outside for Griffin. Pass to Jordan. Nets passing it around. 4 on the clock. Harden with it. George picks him up. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jeff Green is checked in for Jordan. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
Well, once Paul George gets in that deep, get out of the way. He's coming right at you.
We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Harden surveying the D. It's stolen by Rondo. Kennard against Brown. It's stolen by Green. In transition, here come the Nets. Harden outside. Dishes it to Griffin. Kicks it out to Harden. And the Nets miss again.
I saw a green light there. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Blake Griffin. And then for Los Angeles, Mann's checked in, and it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Kennard for three. Los Angeles with another miss. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Jackson dishes to Cousins. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nets lead. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback stuff.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Joe Harris, Harden out there with Brown. Then there's Green, and it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Batum. Buries it down low.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
Jackson against Harden. In the corner, it's Harris. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harris has got the lead up to 10 now for Brooklyn. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Jackson passes to Cousins. And that one, good. Cousins has got his first points in this one.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
In the corner, it's Harris. Beyond the arc. Let's keep it alive. Claxton the pass to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Leonard looking over the floor. Feeds to Jackson. Back to Leonard. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more. but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Green. Durant comes in for Bruce Brown. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Zubac kicks to Rondo. It's George on the wing. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. And the Nets making a change here. Griffin's checked in. 5 to shoot. Here's George. Some solid defense there from KD. Nets leading by 8. Here's Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Kennard for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Kennard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Irving against Rondo. Yep, that one goes. Irving's got 6 points.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
Beverly, the pass to Rondo. Here's Kennard. And stolen by Harris. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Durant's got the ball. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 9-point Brooklyn lead.
How about those long strides, Durant quick in the open court and then right to the rim.
Here's Rondo, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. It's his first trip to the line. And that one falls for Rondo. And so he hits both.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
Pops it up for Jordan. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Morris kicks to Kennard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Kennard's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Clippers.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And Rondo sends it back.
An average shot blocker. The key for Rondo is to know when to leap up for those.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen a tremendous game from Harris.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Patrick Beverly. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's George in at the 2 guard. It's tipped. Irving against Beverly. Irving can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 6. George dishes to Batum. Harden against George. Beverly the pass to George. Tries again. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. Harden. The shot will not fall. Great D that time from Batum. Here's Beverly. And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, if you're a young player out there and you're going to guard a guy like Patrick Beverly, then the tough approach might not be the way to go.
Green, he's checked in for the Nets. And a switch here also for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubats. Beverly against Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Passes to Green. A shot off that time, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Pops it up for
Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square, and DJ's going to throw it in.
Beverly dishes to George. For the tie. Rebounded by the Nets. They've led by as much as 10. Green with the ball. And Batum picks him up defensively. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Now that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Bruce Brown in for Irving. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Harden against George. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. And then for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kicks it to Leonard. Down low. Here's Cousins. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Griffin's checked in for Green. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Leonard attacking, and they take the lead. Leonard's got the lead up to 1 now for Los Angeles.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Brown outside. To the inside. Leonard inside, covered by Irving.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Kennard against Harden. They need this. Picked away. Now the Clippers moving it up. Jackson's got the ball. Leonard finds Cousins. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
All right, a little creativity there from Cousins. Phenomenal at rising up there and catching that oop.
Irving against Jackson. Brown the pass to Irving. And the basket is good. Irving's got 8 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Outside Jackson. Leonard with the ball. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. The shot's good from Kennard.
Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking, a great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
Irving for 3, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we've reached the end of the third. Los Angeles on top. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Clippers leading by 5. Griffin is out there with Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. So that's the Nets 5. Jackson passes to Zubac. To the middle. Puts it up. Right block shot. And it's Leonard missing. Brooklyn's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Shoots from 12. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Jordan. Harden's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Nets. Jackson deciding where to go with it. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
To the paint. Here's...
Oh! Yes, sir. And this is why you keep your ticket stub, Blake Griffin, on the jam.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Jackson passes to Leonard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Durant. Back to Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan. No good that time.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Kennard against Harden. The shot's good from Kennard.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Harden outside. Outside for Durant. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Leonard. And too long on the shot. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. And here's George. There's the pass to Beverly. 6 to shoot. And here is Zubac. They grab their own miss. And the shot goes in. Beverly's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Just love to keep a sidetrack here of how many times these hustle and heart plays go Patrick Beverly's way.
Irving passes to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubac. Timeout called, the Nets. They trail by 7. 1:49 left in the game. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He told them this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
Everly with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. George, no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Green finds Jordan. Back to Green. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the dude. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
And Jeff Green drops them both. 20 seconds left in the fourth. Now George. Outside, Batum. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
Thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
So the Nets starting five. We've got DeAndre Jordan, Harden out there with Brown, and it's Durant, and it's Harris in at the small forward. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. Now here's Jordan. Durant kicks to Harden. Back to KD. And now we've got the intentional foul. Indoors tonight, two experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out. This guy has such quality length for his position. Robert Covington able to match up against any offensive player.
That's a 2 from Lillard. The shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Pops it up for Jordan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, we've seen this one or two times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
Now the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. He kicks to Nurkic. Clock at 6. Passes it to Lillard. For 3. The rebound by the Nets.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Powell, the pass to McCollum. Pass to Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. And here's Nurkic. Back to Powell. Lets it go from deep. A putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
The wide open look for Durant. Off target from three-point range. The Trailblazers have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Powell with it. Dishes it to Covington. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Portland needs to get off a shot. And stolen by Jordan. Harden with it. Lillard picks him up. Outside for KD. Plenty of space. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And the basket by McCollum.
I mean, call him a combo guard to whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost. And when he puts it on the deck, young fella is going to the hoop.
Now, here is Harden. And the jam by Harden.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
Now, here's Nurkic. Back to Powell. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Goes back up. Covington kicks to Powell. Lillard from outside. James Harden with the rebound.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Portland trailing here. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And he makes good on the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Durant. No points in the game yet for him. uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just so full of confidence. This guy knows he's at the top of his game. Kevin Durant excels cashing in from right there.
Here's Lillard. McCollum left side. Drills the three-pointer. McCollum's got 5 now.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
On the wing, Harden. From the arc. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And a wide open look for McCollum. And the Trailblazers another 3.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Portland. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the 2. Brooklyn with the ball. Portland making their last shot. Harden dishes to Griffin. Back to Harden. Kicks to Durant. Harden outside. No good on that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Kanter, the pass to Simons. Back to Kanter. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. And Brooklyn making a change here. Claxton's checked in. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Anthony kicks to Jones. Lillard from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Little, he's checked in for Portland. And the Nets also making a change. Harris is checked in. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Now here is Irving. It's deflected.
Encouraging to see Kanter trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Enes.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. They trail by 6. The pass to Carmelo. 1:33 left to play here in the half. Count it.
You know, that's one thing Melo has always been able to do. Use his strength to overpower you and get the advantage.
Now, here is Irving.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The feed to Anthony. Deflects the pass. And the Nets with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Now, here is Irving. Defense right on him. Griffin kicks to Irving. Puts it up from 12, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And the Trailblazers making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Then for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Durant comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Here's Simon. And a strong finish with two hands. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And that'll do it for the first half. The
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Beth. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They only had a couple rough stretches.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
So for Brooklyn now, on out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Durant in at the fourth. Now here's Durant. And the layup's good off the glass.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Covington. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Covington passes to Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Here's McCollum. And he gets it to go. McCollum's got 10.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Down low, Jordan. And he banks in the layup. Jordan's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Brown against Lillard. McCollum passes to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Over Harden. but he stays with it. Passes it to Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. Over Harden. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. He's got 12.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Harden the pass to Harris. Harden kicks to Harris. Pops it up for Jordan. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Pass to Lillard. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Here is Harden. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. To the middle. Nurkic finds Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Misses the three. Brooklyn leading by 4. Jordan the pass to Brown. Harden surveying the D. Feeds it to Durant. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his second foul of the game. Norman Powell's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Green, he's checked in for Joe Harris. The shot by KD. No good.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Covington dishes to McCollum. Back to Covington. He kicks to Powell. Inside, here's McCollum. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Durant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Harden with the stuff.
And Harden never seen a shot he didn't like, and boy, is he comfortable gunning it from there.
Lillard outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Derek Jones in for C.J. McCollum. And then for Brooklyn, Griffin comes in for Jordan. And Irving subbed in for Kevin Durant. Now here's Harden. He's got 8. Oh, Griffin in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And you can put those alley-oop feeds as high as you need to when Griffin's on the receiving end. He'll pick it up off the top of the backboard if he has to.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Lillard's got 7 now in this quarter. Irving surveying the floor. And here's Green outside. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Brooklyn with their lead standing at 6. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. They've got Anthony. Also, Enes Kanter out there. Jones is out there with Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. They lead by 4. That one goes. Count it.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And the Trailblazers shooting well, 50% from the floor. Here's Simons. And it's Anthony, top of the key. Now Powell. He dishes it to Jones. Offline with his 3. Nets leading by 6. Here's Brown. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Pass to Simons. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in. Simons has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's Irving. And the layup is good. Irving's got the lead, back up to 8 now for the Nets.
The handles, the burst, almost impossible to stay in front of Kyrie on the drive.
Simons surveying the D. Now the dish to Kanter. Just his first attempt. Anthony, and staying with the play, Anthony.
You know, and even when the play isn't for him, Anthony able to get on the glass and on the scoreboard.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside Irving. Outside Green. The kick out to Irving. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Now, here is Harden. Durant in the corner. And there's the pass to Irving. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. No good from Durant. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for foul. Covington finds McCollum. Lillard against Irving. Covington passes to McCollum. McCree. It's hauled in by Harris. Brooklyn leading by 4. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Now, here's Lillard from deep three-point range. And it's Durant with the rebound. Jordan with it. Outside Durant. Back to Jordan. Shoots over Lillard. That misses off the backboard. And here's Portland. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Keeps it alive. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Now, here is Harden. Outside Durant, back to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Yes!
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving at the 1 spot. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward.
Set him up well there. Brook Lopez showing his vision and willingness as a passer.
DiVincenzo against Irving. Durant in the corner. No one near him. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Here's Harden. Patchen coming off the assist from KD.
And, you know, Harden's exceptional at getting out on the break in transition. I mean, running exactly the right path and getting it done.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And they double up Giannis. Here's DiVincenzo. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Now, here is Harden. Jordan up top. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Absolutely awesome to watch Antetokounmpo rise up for these throwdowns. I mean, it's really quite easy for him.
KD on the wing. Five on the clock.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Nice awareness from the young forward. Giannis Antetokounmpo showing he wants to work it to his guys.
Harden against Holiday. And the jam by Harden.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Back to Holiday. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kevin Durant. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Harden kicks to Irving, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. And that'll tie this game up.
Well, the team does a nice job supporting what Kyrie Irving does. I mean, they've got total trust in his ability, so I think they work a lot harder to set him up.
Middleton, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Middleton, to the inside. Goes up on the block, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And Clark, they said back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, You think about Giannis and his background and where he is now. He and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
Connaughton kicks it to Tucker. Pass to Teague. Now here's Portis. Shoots over Griffin. And the Bucks miss again. And so Brown will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Kicks it out to Harden. We've got 28 seconds left in the first. No good, his first miss after 3 makes. Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Oh, Griffin in position.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
Outside Teague. Here's Connaughton. 9 feet out. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way.
James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display.
I think the underdog story, started.
And Greg, playing with the chip on his shoulder, has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Harden. He's out there with Brown. Durant is out there with Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the power forward position. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Teague comes in for Bryn Forbes.
Just way too much length at the rim to contest. Durant is in a league of his own offensively.
Harden against Teague. And it's Tucker atop the key. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Here's Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
Here's Connaughton, guarded by Harden. There's the pass to Teague. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Tucker can't get it to go.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect. And, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Teague, the pass to Portis. Here's Tucker. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Boy, Tucker ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Drew Holiday in for Jeff Teague. Jordan the pass to KD.
Big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Holiday surveying the floor. Passes to Giannis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Giannis has got 8 points.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Harden against Holiday. Harden dishes to Irving. Here's the floater, and he sinks the layup. Irving's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Give Irving some room to get it off that little floating jump shot of his, and you'll regret it for sure.
In the corner, Middleton with it. Stolen by Harden. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
That one drops for him.
Flashing those crazy handles. I mean, major rush hour handles. So fun watching Irving handle the ball the way he does.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And Giannis throws it down.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
DiVincenzo against Irving. Jordan trying to free himself up. Yep, it counts. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Holiday against Irving. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from Holiday.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Harris, no good. And Holiday, here we go. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Here's Irving. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
James Harden was the man in the first. He had 10 points, 3 assists, and
if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the center. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Here's Durant. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. KD's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And it's blocked by Jordan.
When Jordan comes to deny a shot, his size and reach give him a big advantage.
The Nets with the lead. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
KD, that's for two. He can't get that one. And Milwaukee the other way now. Lobbed up there for Lopez.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
DiVincenzo against Irving. 13 feet away. Here's Jordan. The kick out to Irving. Back to Jordan. In the corner. Harden just 3 to shoot. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. The Nets also changing it up. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Kyrie Irving. And Tucker kicks to Forbes for the lead. But they'll get another chance. Pass to DiVincenzo. Left side, Portis. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Antetokounmpo comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Teague for Bryn Forbes. Here's the lob to the hoop. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. The Bucks trail. Teague, the pass to Portis. Now Tucker. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Inside, Connaughton. And he uses the glass on the layup. Connaughton's got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish. And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Back to Teague. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And the crafty, cunning Teague, fantastic at finding ways to score down low.
Harden with it. 10 points for him. Stolen by Tucker. He's got a clear path by himself. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Tucker forces the turnover, then immediately gets the ball up court. That's just an experienced, smart play.
It's Harden with the drive. It's good. Harden's got 12 points in the game.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
There's 39 seconds left in the third. Here's Teague. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Teague's got 4 points in the quarter.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
And here is Teague. The pass to Connaughton. Here's Teague. 4 on the shot clock. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Tie game in Milwaukee. And we'll be back right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Durant. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Griffin. Then there's Irving. And it's Brown in at the 2.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Irving passes to Brown. Back to Irving. Kicks to Jordan. There's the dish to Irving. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And the Nets making a change here. Harden's checked in. Holiday finds DiVincenzo. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. Giannis has got the lead up to 4 now for the Bucks.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Here's Irving. Lays it up and banks it in.
I got a question for you. How do you defend Irving in the pick and roll? He's so quick, and his ball handling is so good. Absolutely, virtually impossible.
It's Middleton at the elbow. Back to Holiday. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo, and stolen by Jordan. The drive by KD. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. That one good for 2. And the Bucks lead by 2.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Back to KD. And the layup's good off the glass. KD's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Nice handles, tight handles, fluid handles, right into his shooting motion. Durant able to do everything on the offensive end.
Lopez up top. Right side, Antetokounmpo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game. Now here's Harden. Jordan up top. Got Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks' lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from James Harden. Holiday. Lets a floater go. Harden against DiVincenzo. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Back to Holiday. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. Free throw drops for KD.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
To the paint. Here's Irving. Jordan kicks to Irving. And he overshot that one, missing. For Milwaukee, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth. Going 6 for 7. Middleton outside. And it's Antetokounmpo, top of the key. Over Durant. Shot clock at 3. Here's Holiday. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Kicks it out to Harden. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
This is exactly what happens when you allow James Harden to heat up.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. And the foul on Joe Harris. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. So it's the Bucks now. They lead by 1. Holiday finds Middleton.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making. That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're trailing by 3. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested 3. Never an easy shot.
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Back to KD. For the tie. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Irving at the 1. And for Los Angeles, they've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Now here's Beverley. Leonard inside. Guarded by KD. Lays it up off the glass. Hey, Steve, 2 defensive-minded teams in the building tonight. Both are good at getting stops.
Yeah, Kevin, this is going to be one of those chess match basketball games we get a chance to see. Difference, I think, will be the team that can somehow get easy baskets will make the difference.
And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. George looking over the floor. Passes it to Zubac.
DeAndre Jordan's frame alone is imposing. When he's around, you can bet shooters are hearing footsteps.
Took him no time at all on that one.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
George against Harden. And that one's good, George.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
Now here is Irving. Over Beverley. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Despite his size, Kyrie taking it up hard in the painted area.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Leonard. The shot from the low post is good.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now, here is Harden. And a missed layup.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim. I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be. At the point guard position, Patrick Beverley is a great shot blocker.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A. They are out of rhythm, 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
Pass to George. Takes a 3. They get the rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
George against Harden. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Mann's checked in, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Then for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin, and Harris subbed in for Durant. Here's Cousins. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
A shot's good from Irving.
He gets to the rim at will. Kyrie, one of the most elusive players you'll ever see.
1:15 left to play in the first quarter. Kennard on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Here's Cousins. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Nets trail by 9. Irving with it. He dishes it to Brown. On the wing, Harris. From 18 feet away. No good off the back of the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. To the wing right side. Cousins inside. Left side, Batum. 6 on the shot clock. It's Jackson with the drive. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so Green will bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 9 points. Here's Irving. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
One of the guys who fills up the stat sheet. Unfortunately for Cousins, that tends to include a high number of techs each year.
Outside Irving. And the wide open shot from Green. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, we've seen a confident-looking Clippers team out there.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Brown. And it's Claxton in at the center. Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Now the pass to Cousins. It's blocked, and he gets it back. Basket counts. Nets trail by 11. Irving looking over the floor. Batum with the steal. Here's Beverly. Floats it up for Cousins. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Natural-born finisher DeMarcus Cousins bringing the hammer.
Irving against Beverly. Fires it up. No good from Irving.
What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night.
Man, some solid defense there from Irving. And so it's Brooklyn with it. It's a 13-point game. Harris finds Green. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes.
Los Angeles leading by 13. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen by Harden. Goes up on the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Durant's got his second bucket. Here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And here's Kennard. And Leonard has it in the corner. Here's Zubats. And there's the feed to Batum. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And the dunk by Zubats.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Harden outside. Outside Durant. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Well, as good as Durant is on the perimeter, this is where he hits for an absolutely insane percentage.
Pass to Kennard. Down low. And the dunk by Zubats.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Batum. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Jackson. This is the most they've led by 13 points. George, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
It's hauled in by George.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Now, here's George following the shot by Kevin Durant. Shot clock at 5. George passes to Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 15.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
It's Harden with the drive and Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. 51 seconds left to play in the first half. George double-teamed, kicks it to Morris. Count the basket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Durant. He's got 6. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
George passes to Jackson. Back to George. Jackson kicks to George. Pass to Morris. Over Griffin. Morris, no good. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And KD at times in his career shooting over 10 free throws a game, one of the best in the league at working himself to the line.
And so Durant nails them both.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
And a deep 3 from... Oh, he got it to go!
Wow. I can't believe it!
Woo. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 14-point lead as we...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Rick. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 8 points. And...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
DeMarcus Cousins out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's man in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. George, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
There's the lob to Harden. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Knows where everybody is. If there's an open man, Durant's going to find him.
Pass to George. Inside. Cousins inside. He's against Jordan. No good from Cousins. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Jordan dishes to Harden. And it's denied. Morris finds George. To the inside, Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Harden scanning the floor. Where did that come from?
I loved it.
That was beautiful.
Loved it.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Now, here is George. He's got 5. Cousins inside, guarded by Jordan. And Cousins gets it to go.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Harden outside. An easy 2 points on the layup. Harden's got 8 points.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Beverley the pass to George. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That'll be his second foul of the game. Brooklyn making some changes. Green comes in for Jordan. And Harris subbed in for Kevin Durant. Now here is George. And the Clippers miss again. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Here's George. Outside Leonard. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. And the rejection by Zubats. They kick it out to Green. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Another shot. Irving attacking, and the layup is up and in. Irving's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Brooklyn. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Leonard inside. Here's Zubats from down in the low post. It goes. Zubats has got 8 points.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Oh, Leonard in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Here's Irving. Drops it in from 11 feet. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Harris against Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Throws it up high.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break with a 10-point lead. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Irving. Green is out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Knocked away. Outside, Green. And here's Harris from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Harris has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Nets. Jackson dishes to Leonard. He feeds it to Batum. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Batum. Jackson in the corner. 3 on the clock. Here's Leonard, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Harden in for Joe Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Durant, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
It looks like a toy hoop for him. KD throws down with ease.
And the Clippers call time here. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubats is checked in for Cousins. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Paul George is subbed in for Luke Kennard. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Thank you, David. Nets trail by 5. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
And Harden with the stuff.
We talk about Durant being the total package. This is the perfect example. Exceptional pass.
Right side Jackson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 5.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Here's Jordan. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles leading by 5. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. George double teamed. And the layup falls.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Now here is Irving. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Kyrie has done it again. He loved the big shot and the big moment.
George passes to Jackson. Outside for George. Wide open look. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Spacing and ball movement. We hear coaches talk about those 2 elements all the time.
KD's shot is off. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Reggie Jackson. Up top, Leonard, guarded by KD. Here's Zubats. Tips it, and Leonard stays with it.
Electrifying play by Kawhi Leonard. Boy, he is talented. This team relies on him for so much.
Outside Irving. To the middle. Here's KD. And it's Jordan atop the key. He kicks it to Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Beverly against Durant. Outside, George. Leonard with no one around. Nailed from three-point land.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Clippers.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for George.
You have to appreciate the unselfishness. He kept the ball moving, kept everyone involved. Really enjoyable to watch.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Here's Zubats. And the shot is long. Floats one, and there's the nice layup by Irving.
Not just a shooter, Kyrie is a scorer, and a little teardrop on that play.
So the Clippers with the win. So, David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.